Well, hello, everybody. Here we are, episode 2, Cheaper by the Dungeon. And of course, I'm joined, as always, by Connor, who plays Darian.
Hello.
Jacob, who plays Zippy.
Zippy here.
and Adam, who plays Norman D.
Hail and well met, fellow travelers.
I guess right off the bat, before we start, thank you, everybody, for your support for episode 1. We did not expect this much support, and we really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we will keep the good content flowing. But anyways, let's jump right into episode 2. You guys ready?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Buckle in. So, really brief recap in case you didn't listen to the first episode. Basically, what happened was the boys were just outside of Orem, which is the city built on top of the first grand treasure, and they wanted to get into Orem to join the Greeters Guild, which is a group of treasure hunters searching for grand treasures. The boys were with a rough and tough group of bandits, and they made a plan with Beryl, a gnome, and the plan was to raid a caravan in the Breathing Chasms, basically to get a pay pass card so they didn't have to pay the 1,000 gold fee to get into Orem. So the boys, along with 2 cat tabaxi people, Blackjack and Yogurt, went with a tiefling called Elon to the raid. They raided the caravan, they got their passes, and they escaped by the skin of their teeth and survived some near-death stuff. Beryl turned out to be an enemy who betrayed them and got away, and then you guys decided to go to the Golden Road Woods. And where we are now, you guys had just fought a giant ape with green eyes the night before, and you woke up to the sound of other Greeters Guild members rushing into the forest looking for someone who had just poisoned the King of Orem. You had just left off talking with Stretch, and he said you guys could tag along if you wanted, but, it was up to you. Sound good? Did I cover everything?
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay. All right, so here we are, just inside the Golden Road Woods, and you were talking with Stretch, this tall, lanky human with a giant beard and an expressionless face, and he was just saying, so I guess you guys could join us if you want. We're going to be going more into the woods. All the help we can get would be appreciated, but hey, listen, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to push you.
Normandy kind of clears his throat, and he says, well, that sounds like an excellent plan, Stretch. If it's all the same to you, I think we're all eager to join you, and lead the way, friend.
All right. All of you feel the same way, or?
Yeah, I think I'd be happy to join.
I'm not sure we have any other choice, really.
I look over at Blackjack and Yogurt, and I say, are you two coming?
Zippy, you said you're going? Yeah, Zip, what'd you say?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't say I was going, I just said we didn't have any other choice. I don't know, what are you two doing?
Zip, you always got a choice. This is life. It's filled with choices. Yeah, Zip, it's filled with choices. You gotta remember that. But, I got nothing better to do. And to be honest, I'm a little curious. Yeah, a little curious.
Okay, well, why don't you come with us then? I mean, this has already been quite an adventure. Let's see what we can find.
That's the spirit, Zip. Yeah, that's the spirit. There's also the 2 horses that you brought from the raid. Are you going to bring those along with you guys, or?
Does Stretch have a horse?
No.
I say, Stretch, would you like to ride with us? We can go 2 per horse if you'd like.
Sure, these woods are a little thick, but
2 per horse? Which 2 people are gonna sit out? We already have Blackjack and Yogurt coming with us. Did you already forget about them?
I'm not sitting on... I am definitely claiming a horse. Yes, I am also claiming a horse.
I claim a horse as well. That's 3 people. Only 1 more spot. Pick your people.
I'm going to declare this. I'm the one who got us these horses in the first place, and so, if you'll pardon me, and I actually hop up on one of the horses, this one's going to be mine.
Yogurt, we gotta scramble! Blackjack jumps on your horse, and Yogurt jumps on the one that has no people on it yet.
I'll sit bareback behind Darian here.
Zip, I'm already on the horse, but okay, fit between us.
No, behind Darian.
I'm behind Darian.
Oh, yes. Never mind.
Yogurt's on the other horse by himself and is just like, Zip, here, come on, sit behind me.
No, you see, your ass takes up too much space.
Again with my full ass! Oh, Zippy! Oh!
Norman kind of looks at Stretch and says, we have a bit of an issue going on. You know what? You lead the way. We'll sort it out as we go.
This is quite a group of people you have here. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk this way, and you guys can follow if you want.
I'll walk ahead with you. Except, Darian, don't you need to lead the way? You're like a really good ranger, right?
Yes, actually, and I'm quite skilled in the forest. I can take
That's
points.
helpful. All right, let's head out. and you guys are... So I assume it's Darian and Blackjack on one horse, Normandy's walking next to Stretch, and Zippy and Yogurt. Well, I guess Zippy's not on a horse as well, because Yogurt's ass is so big.
They kicked me off the other horse. I have to walk now.
All right. So you guys are walking through the forest, and Stretch is just talking and says, "So you guys are just here just because, or?"
Just because, yes, exactly. It was simply a happenstance. I don't even know how we managed to get here, but we did. What, Darian, why don't you tell him? I'm already getting a bit confused. How did we get here?
Yes, well, it was Stretch. It was a little bit of an odd circumstance that we all came together, but most of us, if I understand correctly, had the intention of going to the Greeters Guild. Now, I know you mentioned before that this isn't an interview or anything for being part of it, but I know we're happy to help. Maybe a nice reference from you could be helpful afterwards.
If you pull your weight today, I can help you in that manner, sure. But I guess I should bring you guys up to speed if you're willing to help us today.
That'd be great.
So basically, the King of Orem was poisoned last night. Kind of a big deal. And the Royal Guards called the Greeters Guild in because apparently somebody left a note underneath his dinner plate after he'd been poisoned. And the note said, "Felix, come to the Golden Road Woods. I'll be waiting."
Who's Felix?
Felix Pearson? Doesn't ring a bell?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
All right. Weird that you guys want to be greeters, but none of you know Felix Pearson. Felix Pearson is the number one greeter. He's the top dog.
Well, for now.
I suppose so, for now. But unfortunately, almost all of the Greeters Guild is kind of away at the moment, searching for... Well, they said they had a trail or, some sort of clues leading to the third grand treasure, potentially. So almost all the Greeters Guild members are gone doing that, including Felix. So clearly whoever poisoned him did not know of this expedition that the Greeters Guild is on. Basically... There's only 6 of us Greeters Guild members here currently, and we got called in because if somebody needs to be found, treasure hunters are probably the best bet. So we rushed over to these woods as fast as we can, and that's about as much as we know currently.
Well, I guess one thing we do know is that whoever the individual was who did the poisoning clearly didn't have a lot of information. If they were calling for Felix and he's not even in the area. I guess that's some kind of lead.
Yeah, this guy must be second rate, but somehow he got past everybody and poisoned the king. That is no small feat.
Sometimes, planning an assassination takes months of preparation, so for all we know, they could have had this thing working for weeks, and everyone was in position before anyone could have known about this third great treasure.
Yeah.
Stretch, tell me, do you know any details about what kind of poison it was, or what the symptoms were?
We don't know. All we know is that at the end of the note, he said that he had the cure, and that if we wanted it, again, Golden Road Woods. So that's why we're here. We didn't have really time to analyze the situation. It was pretty go, go, go.
So the city guard didn't really give you any more information than what they thought you need?
Just the note.
All right.
So... in that case, as I'm taking point, are we looking for a man? Are we looking for sketchy individuals? Or are we looking for some kind of plant or root to make an antidote with this? How are we moving forward?
Your guess is as good as mine. I just know that what we're planning to do here is find the guy, probably kill him, and take the cure. But again, we don't know if it's one guy or multiple, as you said. So, to be honest, we don't even know if he really has the cure or if it's a bluff. So... lots of questions going through her head, but I'm just trying to do my job.
I say we sniff it out. Yeah, right away.
Seth, can I insight check this guy?
Sure. Yeah, roll a d20.
Okay. He's not really giving us a lot to go on.
And while you're rolling, to Zippy, he says, hey, if you can sniff it out, give it a shot, I guess.
Okay, I rolled a 18 plus 5 for insight, 23.
23. Okay. Yeah, as far as you can tell, this guy is for sure telling the truth. There's no lies here and no hidden information. He's told you all he knows, and it seems genuine as far as you can tell.
And we're alone with this guy? Like, the other greeters that he talked about, they're not with us?
Yeah, he was kind of at the back of the pack. Though you saw one in the previous episode near the end. There was one other guy with him, and you could hear more people in the distance. But they ran through the woods, and he's just kind of taking his time. He's kind of more of an aloof individual. So you guys keep going. Stretch looks to Darian and says, "Hey, Darian, any clue where we're going? Or can you find the other Greeters Guild members here?" Or...
Yeah, let me have a look around. So that'd be a survival check?
Yeah, you'd be looking for tracks, and you're in a forest, so you get your proficiencies and bonuses.
Heck yeah.
'Cause you're a forest boy.
Forest boy don't matter with a crit
No!
fail. That's the one,
Oh,
boys.
no.
Let's get this show on the
Well,
road.
Darian, have you found anything or what?
Hold on, I'm still orienting myself a little bit here.
Stretch, I promise, he's the best. He is the best tracker I've ever seen. Darian, let's go.
Sorry, I'm still fairly new to the area. I apologize.
I'm starting to doubt your credibility.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, my apologies. That should have been an advantage. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Not much better. That's still only a 9.
You see some rough tracks now. Now you see them. There's some rough tracks in the ground where people have like stepped over or crushed some sticks and some leaves in a hurry.
Oh, here. Yeah, we have a trail here, Stretch.
Okay, perfect. That must be the boys. Let's go catch up with them, and then we'll find out what we got to do next. Sound good, everybody?
Perfect. Except my feet are getting a little tired. Yoga, do you mind if I get up there with you?
And he's crying a little bit. Sure, but maybe my full ass is taking up too much room.
Well, I'll sit in front of you. Don't worry. We don't have to. We can avoid that issue entirely.
That's a good idea.
So,
and he slides back.
I still haven't found anything with my nose. I keep looking.
Yeah, roll perception. And then you can add your proficiencies with the keen sense because you're Lapine stuff.
Does he get advantage because of his
No,
keen
just
senses?
proficiency with the smell.
Oh,
For
okay.
ear stuff, he gets advantage.
Oh, okay.
I got a 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay. You smell the scent of sweaty greeters people. Like you can smell that along with the trail, but you do not smell the cure to a poison you've never heard of. Sorry.
Looks like I smell a little stinkiness, maybe some sweat. Darian, could that be you? I know you're sweating over there trying to figure this out, but
I actually haven't really been sweating at all. Is it coming from the
lift up
direction
your
of the trail
arms.
we're
I want to
on?
make sure this just sure that it's not you.
Just remember. Okay, I'll lift them, but remember you're on the ground, 4 feet, and I'm sitting on top of
Darian,
a
why
horse.
do you think I chose this horse? And I didn't want to say anything, but you know.
Seth, can I make a perception check to see if he's actually sweating or not?
Go ahead.
Okay. That is a 15.
Darian was telling the truth. He's not actually sweating that much. There's a little
this is my
pit
favorite
stain,
terrain,
but
baby.
it could just be water.
Hey, it doesn't need to be sweaty for it to smell bad. We all know the truth. We've all been there.
All right. I think it's this way, boys. Just over there.
All right, let's keep going. So you guys make your way through the forest and through the winding trees, and you come to kind of like a clearing, and you see it's basically a dip in the ground, a little bit of a drop off a cliff, and then you see this like just patch of grass. There's no trees in this, but here you see 5 other members wearing the same Greeters Guild outfit as Stretch. You also see across from them, they're kind of like ready to fight, and across from them you see 2 more giant apes, but these ones are wearing little steel helmets that are too small for their heads, but they're still wearing them, and they're just standing in front of the gateway to this like mausoleum entrance.
Well, I can honestly say I did not see that coming.
I pull back on the reins. Have we entered the clearing?
No, you're just at the woods. You're just over top standing, and if you look down, you see the drop. It's about a 8-foot drop, and then it's just grass. Like it's kind of like a crater in the ground.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Are they currently in combat, or does it almost look like they're talking to the apes?
They're about 25 feet back. They're not in combat, and they're just kind of like talking to themselves from what you can tell from this distance.
All right, Stretch. It looks like that's your boy. Should we go and check them out?
I don't know. That looks like a lot of work. But yeah, let's go help. Boys, hey! And you hear one voice from the group of people just go, "What are you doing? And who are those people?" And he's just like, "Oh, they're new friends.
I wave.
I'm coming down." You wave?
And I say, "Greetings, the name's Norman D. And these are my compatriots, and we are here to lend a hand in whatever way you deem necessary."
Half of the 5 greeters, just 3 of them, I guess, turn and like are pointing weapons at you guys, and they're like, "Don't move! Don't move!" And Stretch kind of slides down into the clearing, and he starts walking towards them. He's like, "Don't worry, boys, they're harmless. Just follow me." Do you guys follow?
I'm assuming that the horses can't go down this steep thing.
They could try if you really wanted to, but yeah, you could tie them off here if you wanted.
I get off the horse and I say to Yogurt, "If you don't really feel like fighting these things, you didn't really show up for the last one, maybe you can just watch the horse and make sure it doesn't run off."
Little passive-aggressive there, Normandy. But you are right. I do not want to fight those boys. Yeah, make that 2. I don't want to fight these guys yet.
But Blackjack, Yogurt, we're supposed to do things together. That's what you said. You said this. Zippy, you're going to join us, and we're gonna do so many things together. You said it pretty similar to that.
Zip, I know, but I didn't think fighting giant apes was in that list. I was thinking more like, pickpocketing or like general thievery.
Do you think that I woke up and thought of this either? I'm taking it one day at a time, just like you. Fine. If you're gonna be a little coward, well then, how about we take a day off then?
Zippy! Oh, don't say that. Oh, Zippy, no! We love hanging out with you.
You've left me with no choice. This is what they call pulling the carrot from the root. And I'm about to tell if it's rotten or not.
Make a
very
persuasion check.
intense.
Actually, make it intimidation.
Ooh.
Okay. I rolled.
These are getting real.
That's an 11.
11. Okay. Yogurt is. Zip. Fine. I'll come down. I'll help. But Yogurt, no! What are you doing?
Oh no.
No, Yogurt!
Yay! Team A!
Yogurt!
Once
Yogurt,
again!
Team 8.
You're gonna get yourself killed, Yogurt. No, Blackjack. I think friendship's more important. As he said, every day at a time.
One day at a time.
Fine, but I'm staying at the back. Blackjack says he's staying at the back, and the 2 of them follow you as well. You've persuaded them once again to stay with your party.
Oh boy! I'm so happy you are with me!
These guys, I'm gonna try and get these guys to leave every chance I get. I'm kidding, I love having them. Blackjack and Yogurt forever. Okay, so you guys all go down, and you head towards the group, and Stretch is a few paces ahead of you. The one who was yelling before is like, "Stretch, stop! Don't move anymore! What have you done this time?" Listen, Zodiac, these guys I found them in the woods. I thought, hey, there's only 6 of us. We could use an extra hand just in case. Do you understand? They might be working with them. He said they were in the woods that we're supposed to be after he got poisoned. Do you not understand how stupid this is?
Normandy clears his throat, and he says, "Fear not, Zodiac. As you can see, my friend here, Darian, pull out that pelt that you got yesterday. We have fought.
Yeah,
we
right.
fought these apes. We fought an ape just like this last night, and as you can see, we were quite successful against them. So we'd love to lend a hand if we can."
Okay. Yeah.
I can honestly say, for a man with a cool name like Zodiac, you sound a little bit like a tool. We're just some kind gentlemen that are here trying to help you. Why do you need to respond like
I'll
that?
show you a tool.
Oh no.
You may have killed one of these apes, but that doesn't matter. I don't know if the apes are working with them or what's going on.
Look, you're welcome to go and fight the apes and die on your own if you would like. I mean, it's no skin off our backs.
And then Stretch says, if you're really worried, just get Bondo to check them. And then Zodiac's like, fine. Bondo, check them and clear them. And this apeling, Zodiac's a human, by the way, as well. He has a ponytail. And Bondo is this apeling, which is ironic because there's more apes around. But an apeling is basically, like, Tabaxi's a cat person, apeling's just an ape. person.
Well, I'm
just
not
a monkey
one
man.
to, do racial stereotypes. So, just because one ape was bad doesn't mean they're all bad.
Bondo walks up to you guys and he's like, hey, how you doing? How you doing, guys? Do you mind if I just check you out real quick?
You can touch me anywhere you like, as long as
Whoa.
as long as it gets us past this checkpoint. Oh boy, feel free to just toss me anywhere.
Hey boys, I think this one wants it. Hey, anyways, let me check. And he puts his hands on the side of your head, and you're not gonna resist this. He's gonna check your mind and memories real quick. The surface
Absolutely
level
not.
ones.
I am all clear.
Okay, he casts a spell, and he just checks your surface level memories, and he sees that you guys are. Well, he sees the raid that happened in the previous day,
Oh, no.
but he's a greeter, and greeters aren't, the most lawful people as well, so he doesn't really care, and he just checks, and he's like, yep, what's your name?
My name's Zippy Westboro. I'm from the Bramble Patch, and I'm in Orem to seek my adventure, and also maybe.
Yeah, I kind of got the whole
start a
backstory in the
business.
memories. Don't worry about it. I got the whole backstory
Oh,
already.
right, I forgot because you touched my head and then you found all the memories in there. Did you see anything about Blackjack and Yogurt? Because they're like my best friends. They're right over there.
Oh, yeah.
Can't you see?
I feel like I know them already. Hi, Blackjack. Hi, Yogurt. Hi, nice to meet you. And then he's like, okay, next, you, Tiefling boy, get over here.
I don't let anyone read my mind. You can search me if you wish, but my mind is mine.
Norman, please, no, it felt really good. Norman, please, we're trying to get past the checkpoint. You honestly think he's gonna let you get in without your memories?
If I'm being completely honest, I'm not excited about having my mind
Darian,
scanned
too,
either.
what have you two been looking at?
Well, anyways, so I'll tell you what. If we take on these two apes for you, will that prove our that we're not in allegiance with him?
No, well, persuasion check. We'll see. We'll see if you can consider them.
All right.
Enough.
14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. Zodiac, after seeing that Zippy was cleared, Zodiac's like, Bondo, did you see anything about those two in his memories? And Bondo's like, yeah, I saw tons.
I've only known these two for maybe 24 hours. There's no way. I did not do this alone for you guys just to chicken out.
Well,
Do you guys respond to that, or?
Well, here's the thing. The king was poisoned within at least the last 24 hours. Even though Zippy's only known us for 24 hours, you've looked at all of those memories, so there's no way that we could have
listen
done
to the elf. He knows his stuff.
Bondo looks at Zodiac and says, hey, you heard him. They were in the memories for at least 24 hours. And Zodiac's like, fine.
I did go to bed early last night though, and I was asleep during that time.
Oh my god!
Darian was up
Zippy.
all night. There's no way I could remember anything that happened then, right? Look, I just want you guys to go through this with me.
Do you know what? I cast Charm Person.
Don't you dare.
No. You're gonna cast Charm Person?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Man.
Hey man, that's the game.
Do you know what? Instead,
When Zippy gets to Orem, his first purchase is going to be like a ring to ban Charm
that's true.
Person.
Instead, I use Mage Hand, and I kind of and I use it to pull Zippy's tail in a bit of like a hey, stop kind of thing.
Do you want to dodge this or anything, Zippy?
Yes, I would like to dodge this.
Okay, make a dex check.
Oh no.
Or athletics check, I guess. With your dex.
And I get an advantage on that, right?
Yeah, because it would be like a jump, and you get the athletics dex thing because you're repeating stuff.
No! So the DC for my Mage Hand is 13. Oh no. Sorry guys, I sorry to interrupt the flow. So I got Mage Hand DC 13, but then I have a modifier that says +5. Do I add that?
So Mage Hand, there's no real DC with it. It's kind of just holds. It was more just you going to hit,
Okay.
like grab him. the +5. I'll have to take a look at your sheet. Give me a second.
No, I think you're confusing it with your spell save DC.
Yeah.
And then there's your spell casting modifier.
Yeah, like the spell save
spellcasting
DC
modifier
is not
used for, like,
with Mage Hand at all.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, guys. Cool.
Okay. So
with
what'd you
Dex-
get, Zippy?
With Dex, I got 19.
Damn it.
No!
You go to pull his tail with a sneaky Mage Hand, and Zippy jumps straight up like 15 feet and dodges.
Alright, and then after I do that, I want to cast Hold Person onto Norman.
Oh, no!
Oh, conflict.
Oh, no.
Second episode, and the tensions are high.
He did it twice! There's no way there's no retaliation.
Okay, do it. Cast it. I believe it's a charisma save or
Or is it a dexterity
no,
save?
it's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
wisdom saving throw. There you go.
alright. Okay, what's the DC I gotta beat?
Sorry, where is that again, Seth?
Your DC.
Your third page of spells.
He's doing it on this online thing.
Sorry.
I'm looking for it.
No, I'm
Yeah,
doing the
it's
same
insane.
thing. It's a little confusing on there.
Yeah, I know.
Your
It's 'cause it wouldn't
DC.
save
Are you doing it
there.
on D&D
They're
Beyond?
using Orc Hub or Orc Pub.
Oh, okay.
1 second, I'm looking for it.
Orc Hub is the competition to Orc Hub.
It's 8 plus your proficiency plus your spellcasting
Yeah.
modifier.
I'm looking for the
Is your
proficiency.
spell
Man,
DC.
Connor, how do you know all this?
So it'd be 8 plus 2 plus if your spell. What's your spellcasting modifier? Jacob, is it wisdom?
Yes.
Okay, what's your wisdom?
My wisdom's
His wisdom's 14, so he's got 8 plus 2. So plus 2,
so it'd be 8 plus 4.
Yeah.
So it'd be 12.
Natural 20.
Oh.
So after Normandy tried to charm and pull Zippy's tail, Zippy dodged and then retaliated with a quick hold person, trying to paralyze Normandy.
Oh, no.
But Normandy kind of just shook it off. As he was
Boys,
starting to get
stop.
paralyzed, it just faded away as he resisted it.
Can my tattoos kind of shimmer?
Yeah, sure, they shimmer. They shimmer a little bit. You're like a vampire from Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
All right, look, Bondo or whatever the hell your name is.
Yeah, it's Mondo, yeah.
You can look at my mind, but if you look past the last 24 hours, I'll kill you.
That seems fair to me.
1 second.
You know what? United Front? I agree.
Okay, I'm only going to look at the surface real quick, okay?
For your own safety, I hope so.
All right, here we go. And he puts his hands on the side of your head, and blue magical energy starts to swell near your ears, and you feel a second consciousness come into your own. It's like, yeah, you can feel it in your mind as though there's another presence there. And he checks your memories real quick, just the surface level, 24 hours, as you said. He listened to that, and he cuts out, and he says, "Yep, okay, he's clear. Normandy, you sure? It'll only take a second. It doesn't hurt. Ask Darian."
Fine. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Instead of holding his hands near your head, he grabs your horns at the bits, because you have like ram style horns.
All right.
He grabs the two of them. Energy starts to flow, and he closes his eyes, and you feel a consciousness come into your own. And over in a second, and he's like, "Ooh, that was weird. That was a little different. But hey, still clean. Still clean."
I back away.
Okay.
I want to... Here, Zippy, Normandy, I need to talk to you both for a moment.
Okay.
All right. So you guys separate from the group a little bit, and Blackjack and Yogurt see you guys doing this, and they're like, "Hey, do you mind if, is this private, or can we join?"
Get away for a moment, please.
All right, okay. Let me get my memory check then. And
All
then
right.
they're like, "Yeah, let me get my memory check." And then the Bondo walks over to the two Blackjack and Yogurt, and he's starting to check their memory. And you guys are off, just taking a quick aside.
Look, here's the thing, guys. I know we haven't known each other for long, but we've already been through quite a bit, and I think honestly we can all really help each other right now. I don't want to have to keep feeling like I have to make my two kids play nice. We don't cast spells on each other. We only cast buffs and healing. Nothing to bring us down, alright? There's not a lot of people out here that I know that I can trust. I don't know about you guys. But if I can't trust you guys either, I don't know if we can stick together.
I clear my throat, and I say, "You know what, Darren, you're right. Let me just say, a little insight into my backstory is I grew up on some monk island, and I had a mentor and a master named Master Matsumura. And, he was a stern teacher, and whenever I did something he didn't agree with, he would just freeze me in place all the time. and, he just kind of said, my way or the highway, and so, you know what, I guess some things kind of rubbed off on me, and coincidentally, that's kind of why I was able to rebuff that whole person. Nothing about the spell that you did was incorrect. It was a fine job, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to work on that.
Okay, since you shared your backstory, I'll share mine. I was from the Bramble Patch. My name's Zippy Westboro, and I'm from a massive family. I'm new to this whole area, and I'm excited to go to Orem and become someone there. I've lived in such a small but big world back at the Bramble Patch, and now I'm ready to go to a big but big world over here in the big.
Do you know what? It looks like Yogan and Blackjack just had their minds read.
Wait! Before we go, I want us to do the Bramble Seal of Friendship to make sure that we understand each other.
Look, I didn't ask for your life stories. I just wanted to make sure you were both
Darian,
going to play nice.
This is really important. We're bonding. You said you didn't want to feel like our parents. This is important. You know what? We shouldn't really rush this.
In that case, then I'd love to do the Bramble Seal of Friendship with you. Hold my hands. No, you have to bend down. I'm pretty small.
Okay, I get down on my knees and I hold Zippy's hands. Ooh, they're very soft.
Thank you. Repeat after me. Bramble, it's the patch.
Bramble, it's the patch. I like it.
Here we go, friends forever.
Here we go, friends forever.
Zippy, that's me.
Zippy, that's me.
Oh, no, that's me, silly.
I really feel like
you have to say it in Norman, that's me.
You know what? I messed up. Do we need to start over? I feel like
No, keep going. After I say Zippy, that's me, you say Norman, that's me.
Okay, so, you start over at the Zippy part, yeah.
Darian's walked away.
Zippy, that's me.
Darian, you want to get in on this? I mean, okay, sorry, Zippy. Okay, Darian, dang it, I'm so distracted. Sorry, Norman, that's me.
Together, we make a team.
Together, we make a team.
Yay, Team 8!
Yay, Team 8.
In the distance, you hear Darian shout out, Team 8.
Yay!
What are Blackjack and Yogurt doing right now?
They're currently getting their minds read.
Okay.
Yogurt just finished, and he starts on Blackjack, and then all of a sudden you hear Bondo go, "Oh my god!" And Blackjack's like, "Yep, I know. Thank you very much. I'm kind of proud of that one." And then Yogurt's like, "Yeah, he's real proud of that one." And Bondo's just like, "I need to wash my hands." and then he's somebody, Mr. Frosty, this cold green giant orc man, just hands him a handkerchief, and Bondo just starts wiping his hands, and Blackjack and Yogurt high five. Do you guys join the group again after your little Bramble Patch song?
Yeah, but Zippy whispers to Darian, "Wasn't that so funny that I made him repeat after me? All of that was entirely made up." Wasn't it so funny that he listened to me this time and repeated after me?
Actually, you know what, Zippy? That actually is pretty good.
Oh boy, I'm starting to love this team. Go Team 8!
And Normandy is just feeling like a mile high. He really feels like he's made progress with Zippy, that, like they've really bonded.
So you guys join the circle again of the other greeters, and Bondo tells Zodiac, who's the leader, he's like, "Okay, yeah, they're all good. Well, I'm not sure about those two, but yeah, the rest are good." And Blackjack and Yogurt are just still grinning. And then Zodiac's like, "Fine, Stretch, I'll let you get away with it this time. Okay, boys, listen, what was it? Zippy, Normandy, Darian, and extras. Okay, listen, real quick, I'm Zodiac. I'm the leader of the greeters for now, I guess. Did Stretch tell you where the rest are and what's going on?"
Yeah, he's filled us in on that.
See, I do my job sometimes. Okay, the rest of us, I'm Zodiac. You met Stretch. That's Bondo. That's Mr. Frosty. Mooch. Mooch was the other human that you met in the last episode who ran off quickly. And he's just like, hi, yeah, Mooch. We already met a little bit. And the little guy over here, the gnome, his name's Hotbox. Hotbox! Hotbox! And he just like has a crazy eye.
I like
As you can tell, greeters are usually quite a couple of characters. Anyways, basically, we got here. There's 2 apes. I have no idea what's going on.
And you can see just the 2 apes again off in the distance, about 20-25 feet from where your group is standing, and they're still just they're just standing still, but they also have green eyes like the one you fought last night, and they're just standing in front of the entrance to this mausoleum.
I use Mage Hand and slap one in the face.
Oh gosh.
Okay, you cast it. It goes up, and it slaps him in the face. And he just doesn't react. He just takes it, and then he just like looks forward again. His head kind of tilts, but he goes forward.
Zippy, you were the first one to encounter the one from last night. What did you do that set it off?
Nothing. I was just talking to my friend Blackjack and Yogurt over there. We were just having a little chat, and then it came over, and it wanted to kill us, I guess.
Okay, did the one you fight last night have green eyes as well?
I'm not sure. It could have.
Yes, it did actually. And while I was taking off the pelt, actually, the eyes melted. It was quite odd.
Oh yeah, that was
Whoa.
so funny.
Whoa! Oh gosh!
I just have never seen anything like that.
That's one sick little bunny.
I kind of clear my throat and I say, actually, I did a little bit of study abroad, and I know that, I can tell you that these apes are being controlled by, and would I know the name of this thing, Seth?
The amulet? No.
Okay.
After your history check, you all you knew was that there's something about some amulet that could control beasts, and you read about it in a textbook on Monk Island a long time ago.
Okay. I've heard of this kind of thing before, especially with the green eyes. It's a bit of a telltale sign. These things are definitely being controlled through some kind of magical amulet. To what end, I couldn't tell you, but someone or something is definitely controlling these beasts.
Wow, you've heard of this before?
And Stretch looks at him and is just like, see, I told you they'd be useful, didn't I?
I think that we should approach these things with caution. If it was attacking our troop before, it's because someone was telling them to. So I don't think we should expect these things to let us through without confrontation.
Okay, well, that's the best tip we've got so far. So someone's controlling these apes? Probably the guy who poisoned them? Is that what we're thinking?
Well, if I had to guess, I would say it's probably the one and the same, and these gorillas are there, or these apes are here to thin out the herd of the greeters who are surely supposed to come with Felix.
Yeah, it does seem a little uncanny that there would be a note telling you to come to this forest, and there just happen to be now up to 3 apes that have glowing green eyes and seem to be acting quite odd.
Zodiac turns to the rest of the group and says,
Okay, here's the plan. Let's go, be very cautious, and get ready for a fight. We're probably gonna have to kill these apes.
and then Hotbox, the gnome, just jumps up and says, Hotbox! Hotbox! And he runs towards the entrance of the mausoleum, and he's just booking it, and the 2 apes are still just not doing anything, and he gets closer and closer, but as soon as he passes between them, their fists come down at the same time and just squash him. And you see they raise their fists, and the bloody remains and like the discombobulated, just broken body of Hotbox the gnome just lies under their fists as they raise it. But then they just put their hands and they go back to the position they were in.
I like
But you saw they only attacked him as soon as he passed between them.
Oh dear. I was thinking of doing the same thing just before him. Maybe if we try again.
Guys, Hotbox just died! I grew up with him! Oh my god! He was the best man at my wedding!
Oh, you're married. Congratulations.
Stretch is like, it'll be okay, Zodiac. Nobody liked Hotbox. All he said was his name.
You must have liked him for his body. He didn't really have much of a personality.
He has such a beautiful body!
Some people really go for that gnome thing.
Zodiac's like tearing up because he lost his best friend. But Stretch is like, Zip, you really think we should try again?
Let's give it one more go.
Well, if we're gonna do it again...
Well, we have one of our spare horses.
I'd rather not, actually.
Do you know what? How many of us here have ranged weapons? Maybe we should just shoot the things. They don't seem to be moving. What if we just, fit them like pincushions until they fall?
Wait, I think I have a better idea. So I have the spell Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
Which lets my entire party and me go through without being seen. So that should probably work the monkeys, right? They only had visual cues. It wasn't so much they sensed something. But even then, it seems like they wouldn't sense us anyways.
Hey man, without a trace.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of bonuses. That spell specifically gives you like a plus 10 bonus to like your stealth checks.
Right.
And you can't be tracked by magical means. That's the deal with that spell. But you will still have to make that stealth check.
Okay. No, it's like
everybody 30 feet.
Yeah, so it's a cloud that goes over us basically, but I have a means to get through there possibly, but I really want us all in on this. Do we all agree we can trust me? I'm pretty trustworthy and get through. I promise I won't run. We'll all go together.
Zodiac's still kind of like, he's not in a position to lead anymore, and Stretch just kind of steps up and he's like, boys, I trust these guys, and if the bunny's saying something he can do, I say it's worth a shot. What do you got in mind?
Well, I have a certain spell, you see. I learned it from the Bramble Patch. We used to do it when we stole carrots from Mrs. Greenhair. She didn't have green hair. She made great carrots, and you know the green stuff on top of the carrots. You know the little plants part. Well, that's green, and so she had much large ones. So her family was called that green hair. Anyways, it's called.
So this spell, yeah. So how's it work?
Yeah, the spell. We can pass through. Should be no problem at all. These monkeys don't look too intelligent.
Sorry, why are we not opting to just fill them with arrows?
They killed him with one punch.
Yeah, not until he got close and walked in between.
You think they would just let you shoot from there?
Well, there's one way to find out.
All right, well, my plan or his, because once we choose one, I'm saying no, because I already put mine up there, and if you say no, then I say no.
Let's flip a coin.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, well, I don't have a D2 on me, but just roll your D20, and if it's above 10, it's heads. If it's below, it's tails.
I pull out a coin. I say, okay, here we go. 2.
All right, that's tails.
Wait, we didn't call.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so then just go ahead and roll a D20. If it's above 10, it's heads. If it's below 10, it's tails.
Okay.
Zippy goes for heads.
Okay, here
All
we
right,
go.
I guess that makes me
Pull out
tails.
the coin, and here we go. 2.
That's tails.
Oh, bother.
I mean, the first one didn't give us very much trouble, so I mean, why not give it a shot? Who's got ranged
I
here?
got a crossbow. It's pretty cool.
I can yell at him mean words.
You don't have any kind of spells or anything to do anything?
Hey, that's none of your business. I'll let you know when I feel ready to tell you.
All right, that's fine.
No,
what about
I'm just kidding. I don't, though.
You got me again, Zippy. All right, you greeters. What do you got?
Let's check. I believe Mooch, you were the only one with a bow. And Mooch is like, yeah, I have a bow. I'm a pretty good shot. I don't like to brag. Some people say it's a gift. I say it's through hard work, training, lots of long nights. I've been shooting bows for my whole life, kind of like the Bramble Patch Kid over there.
All right, Mooch. Well, how about you,
Mooch?
How about you take the left one? And we'll all focus on the left one first, and then when it falls, we'll take it on the right one. How about that? Everyone else.
Well, I had a little bit more backstory to tell, but I guess I will stop and I'll go and
that's-
shoot him. I think I'll do what I wanted. I'll do what you're telling me to do, and I'll go over here.
Yeah, that's quite all right. You might be dead in the next couple minutes anyway. So, Stretch.
I'm a side character, and then he walks over.
Stretch, do you have anything helpful?
No, sorry, just these 2 fists.
You came out here without any kind of weapon.
Mm-hmm.
A monk, I see.
I don't like to fight much.
I look at him and I say, a monk. Interesting. What school do you come from?
Monk? No, I never said I was a monk.
Oh.
I'm just a
interesting.
straight-up fighter. You know, boxer type. I guess I went to the monk monastery of just hand-to-hand combat in the ring. No better school than that.
In that case, I guess if it's just us, let's all set up our shots. I mean, they're standing there static, so it should be a pretty easy shot, at least on the first one. Everyone else with melee, I want you to ready for the other one in case it comes charging.
Go for the eyes, then they can't see us.
All right, so it's going to be Darian, Mooch, and Normandy. You said you're doing one too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll the hit. as you all draw your bows back.
Do we get advantage because he's just standing there?
Sure, yeah. You get advantage this time because they're just standing there for all you can tell.
Thank you for advantage.
I know, same.
That's for me. That's going to be a 22.
17 for me.
Sorry, Darian. Doesn't hit. It's that little helmet they got wearing.
17 plus 5, baby.
Okay, yeah, and Mooch. Okay, yeah. So, you two definitely hit. Mooch, who was talking up his hard work and training with his bow, just like shoots it way too high. He misses, and he's like, "Oh, sorry guys, let me draw another." But you guys hit. Roll damage.
And the crossbow is D6, right?
Almost
Yeah.
max.
Okay.
That's I rolled a 7 plus 3, so that's a 10.
Okay.
Ooh, 6.
Okay. So you two were hitting the same one, right? On the right?
Yeah.
Left.
Oh, yeah,
Left,
left.
sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
And then Mooch was in the right one. Okay, so you two hit it for a total of 16 damage. And, the 2 arrows go sinking into its body. And you just hear, well, Zippy hears, because you have the language of the bramble patch, so you can speak with animals a bit. You just hear the ape, so yesterday you heard the ape just saying, like, kill, need the kill. This time you just hear the ape just recently been shot, just say, only let Felix in. And then blood just comes out his mouth.
Interesting.
But he's still standing, but he doesn't attack or charge after getting shot, just takes the hit, and
Wait, he said something, but I couldn't quite make it out. Why don't you try and hit him? Aim for the head this time, so he'll scream much louder.
All
okay.
right.
roll the hit. Mooch is like, this is the one. Mooch, get it together!
Modified 20 for me.
That's only
Okay.
a 13 for me.
Okay, yeah, it still hits Darian.
Okay.
And you got, what did you get, Normandy? Sorry?
Modified 20.
Oh, yeah, you're good. Roll damage.
That's a 7 again. That's another 10 damage.
5.
5, and
Yeah.
you got 7? 10?
10 after
Got
modifier.
it. You guys aim your bows again, and Mooch does the same, and he's like, watch this one, guys! And then it just goes over even higher than before. And Mooch is like, oh, damn it, let me try again! And he starts drawing up his bow.
You got this, Mooch. You can, you're doing
Trust
great.
me, yesterday I was hitting bullseyes like no other.
I'm sure you
should have
were.
been there.
I'm sure you were.
Okay. And then you guys hit the ape, and you do as Zippy says, and hit him both in the head. And he, as he's dying, you just hear Felix, and then just more blood, and the ape just collapses and is dead.
Boom. I turn to Darren and say, nice shooting. That's very good.
No, your stuff was great as well.
You know, I felt inspired by you. You know, you're so good after seeing you with that centaur. You know, I really know I had to up my game. So,
Alrighty, well, you keep at it there, Mooch. You're doing great. I'll just stand here and watch.
Well, you need to just kiss already, you two.
Yeah, those two are a little too close, eh, Zippy? Yeah, real close. Oh, my ass. Why is my ass so big?
You're right, Yoga. We are kind of close. Just like how your ass is close to everybody because it's so fat.
I swear, one more ass comment.
hey, Mooch, I'll make you a deal. If I get a better shot than you, let's put a little wager on it. What do you say about 10 gold?
Let's make it 20. I'm
Perfect.
feeling real confident, even though I failed twice before.
All right, let's do it. I put another bolt in my crossbow.
All right. He draws up his bow. Roll to hit the second one that's just standing there.
Okay. Oh,
This is
now I'm
so
nervous.
cruel.
I swear, guys.
Okay, 15.
I'm going to give Mooch advantage on this one because I feel bad for him. One sec.
Well, he already gets advantage, right? So does he get
Okay,
double?
Determination.
No, I
Yeah.
give him like double advantage. He was filled with determination. So what did you get, Normandy?
15.
Okay, he got 11. So this time, Mooch draws it up and he shoots, and this one's closer to the target, real close in fact, that it just brushes over the shoulder. But yours hits the ape square in the chest. You can do damage,
Boom.
and then Mooch is just like, damn it.
8, baby. Boom.
Mooch comes up to. You did 8? You did 8 damage?
Yeah, 8 damage.
8 damage. Sorry, I cut out there for a sec. I'm back. 8.
No worries. All right, you do 8 damage. It sinks in. The ape again is just like, holy Felix. Mooch is just like, damn it. Darian, can I try your bow?
That'll be 20 gold.
No, wait,
gonna go with
double
a
or
no.
nothing on this next one. Just give me one more.
I load another one.
Mooch asked to borrow your bow. Do you agree, Darian?
No. Sorry. You gotta bring your own bow to this
Damn
fight.
it. Okay. He draws it up again. All right. This is double or nothing. 40 golds on the table. 40 gold.
And then I kind of whispered to Darren, by the way, you can spot me, right? I actually have, no cash.
What?
Anyways, let's go! And I turn and I shoot.
Okay, I rolled one. It's not looking good. Here's the advantage one. It's the same. Okay, I'm done with these dice. I'm getting new dice.
Modified 20.
Oh, man. You're on a roll.
Nice one.
I swear this guy has not hit this ape. I have rolled I think 12 something times now, and it's like the AC is 12 and behind the screens, and he's never made it. You again hit the ape, and the arrow goes flying. He's not even aiming anymore. You can see he's sweating and the pressure's on to prove himself. But you hit it. Roll damage again.
Okay. 6. 4 plus 2.
Okay, so the ape again squeals and it's just and Mooch is just oh, damn it! And he tries to break his bow over his leg in frustration, but it bends back and it hits him in the face. And he's just oh, jeez. And then he hands over 40 gold to Normandy. You can add 40 gold.
Wow.
I stop it. I stop him. I take the gold, but then I hit it back and I say, you can have this back if you owe me a favor.
What kind of favor?
Well, I'll let you know later when I need it.
That sounds so sketchy. Here's 40 gold.
Well, you know what? You can't get them all.
Alright, let's finish off.
Yeah, I am pretty smart, huh? Yeah, real smart. That's what I'm good at, not bowmanship.
Darian, do you want to finish this ape off, please?
Yes,
The ape's
please.
looking pretty bad.
I mean, I've kind of
did the
enjoyed
ape
this
say
game and
anything
watching...
after? Did the ape say anything after that one hit?
Just been saying Felix, only let Felix through, and that's all it's been saying over and over as it got just bombarded with arrows.
So that's going to be... that's a 20 after modifiers as well. 15 plus 5.
Ooh, Darian, nice shooting. Very good, yeah.
I feel like
I mean, this
I feel like
advantage
my
is
dice are
helping.
broken. Okay, you hit. Roll damage.
The dice gods are with us today.
Okay, that's uncanny. I'm rolling a d8 for damage, and I've rolled
You
3
rolled max
7s
again?
in a row. Holy.
Oh my god.
God's number.
That's 7 plus 3 damage, so it's another 10 damage for me.
Okay,
That's
you send this
ridiculous.
arrow flying, and it hits him square in the head, just like Zippy wanted, and it just collapses again, saying the same, only let Felix in, and then it just collapses and dies, and the little steel helmet it had on just rolls on the ground and comes to a stop.
All right, well,
You guys have killed the guards to the mausoleum entrance.
All right, well, let's get moving, boys. I walk up and just pull out my arrows and start walking in.
Wait, they were saying something, but I can't quite remember. All right, let's keep going.
Zippy's so dark.
Is everyone else coming with, following us or ahead of us?
So as you guys are starting to walk in, Stretch is okay guys, let's go in, and the rest of the greeters are okay, yeah, this isn't so bad, we can do this. So all of them follow in except Zodiac. He's Hotbox, I'm gonna do this for you. And then Zodiac follows as well, and all the greeters come along and step over the blood and remains of Hotbox, and you guys go into the mausoleum.
Wait, you know what, Seth? Sorry, I kind of hang back and Did Zodiac take anything from Hotbox's body?
No, he just looked at the sky as he walked over his bones.
I kind of go back and search him and try to find anything of value. In particular, his gold pass.
Yeah, okay. You. So the guys are walking in. I'm gonna have you first roll a sleight of hand or stealth check,
Oh no!
just to see if anybody notices that you're searching the remains of their recently deceased best friend.
Okay. Sorry, 14.
Okay, that's good enough. He's very emotional right now. So all the guys are walking into the entrance to the mausoleum. You kind of hang back and start searching through the mangled body of this gnome called Hotbox. You find a little pouch filled with 14 gold. You do not find a pay pass, though. There is no pay pass on this gnome. He is wearing the Greeters Guild, kind of cloak shawl thing, which you could take. It's a little mangled and very bloody.
Wait. Is his body folded into each other?
The gnome?
Yeah, the
it's
Hotbox.
crushed and it's crushed and broken.
Could the golden pass be in it just because it's cube formed? It would his body's crushed, right? Could it actually just be in it somewhere?
Make an investigation check.
Okay, and I'd like to use my claws to surgically go through him.
Oh my god!
So Zippy's
God!
Yeah, so Zippy hops back. Zippy noticed, and Zippy hops back, and he's like, "What you doing there, Norman?"
Hi Zippy. Well, you help me.
Sure. This looks like something I could help with.
It's not much different than looking for carrots, really.
Oh, it's exactly the same, really. All right, and then so I'll do which check was it?
It's investigation. Darian, are you getting in on this? Desecration of a corpse.
I was leading the charge. I walked up first, grabbed my arrows, and started walking in. So I'm not even close.
All right. I got a 19.
Ooh.
What'd you get, Normandy?
Oh, sorry. Am I looking to do the body too? Okay.
Did you want to? I thought you were.
Yeah, well, it seems like a Zippy job because I'm going to be this one who's surgically going through it, right?
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, he's got it.
Sure. So, as Normandy said, he just found the 14 gold, which you can add again to your total.
Okay.
And then there was the mangled Greeters Guild cloak, which you can take if you want, but it's bloody and small. It doesn't fit you.
I take it.
Okay, you can add that. You can just add Greeter's cloak to your inventory.
Wait, is it? It doesn't fit him because it's too big.
It's too big for Normandy. Yeah.
Well, just give it to me. It'll probably fit on Zippy.
Well, Normandy takes it, and I use prestidigitation to clean it.
It's cleaned.
And I say, you know what? You look pretty good in this, Zip. Why don't you take it?
Oh, I could certainly use a cloak. All I have is this small little vest.
But you know what? You may not want to wear it until after we're out of Zodiac's company, because he might want to kill us.
I'm sure they won't notice. Let me have it.
Oh my god.
My gift to you, my furry friend.
So he hands you, it's still pretty torn and stuff, but it's clean, and it does fit you, Zippy.
Perfect. This is... Oh boy, new clothes from a new world. Here I go. And then I start.
So you can add that to your inventory. It doesn't give you any bonuses. It's just a cloak.
Yeah.
But since you rolled so high on the investigation check, you don't find any crumpled gold pass like you thought. You do, however, find a half-broken, a little bit shattered glass pocket bong. Hotbox was a fan of
the hot box, you know what I'm saying?
The hot boxing, yeah. So you find a little. You can take that if you want.
Glass.
Pretty much, a part of it, a part of it is still intact, but most of it's just shattered. Yeah.
A souvenir for our adventure. Look at this, Norman.
Dang, you always get the good stuff, Zip.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in my pocket here. All right.
You can add that to your inventory, I guess. Broken bong. Guys, I didn't think this is where it was going. Okay, are you done?
Well, we should probably catch up with everybody.
Come on, let's scurry over.
All right, you head into the dark mausoleum entrance, and it's all dark. Everybody's just kind of waiting at the top of this large staircase that goes down. But as you come in, Zippy, Zodiac notices you're wearing the cloak of his deceased best friend. You should have listened to Norman, and he's just like, "How?
What does he do?
How dare you? You!" And he takes out his sword and he charges Zippy.
No. You see, he was still actually awake. He gave me his blessing. He gave me his blessing to pass this on as a reminder.
He's raising his sword.
As a reminder to
Darian draws his sword and jumps in between.
Your friendship.
Darian draws his sword and jumps in between.
Okay,
yeah, boy.
roll a dex check to see if you can kind of maneuver there and clash.
That is plus dexterity. That's going to be a 15.
Okay, yeah. So the sword he's running over, he's emotional, he's kind of tripping over his legs as he's running to get to you. Darian sees this, dashes in front of Zippy,
yeah, boy.
And you take out your mechanical sword that you have, and you clash it against Zodiac's. And Zodiac in tears is just saying, let me take him out.
Look, Zodiac, I know you're upset, and Zippy, that was pretty stupid.
Nothing wasted, nothing gained.
Oh, Zodiac.
Let me at him! Let me at him!
Zodiac. If you're not feeling it, maybe you should leave here. Maybe you should leave the mausoleum. I'm not going further in here to potentially fight more apes with a wild man.
Stretch hears you say that, and he's like, actually, that's probably the best. He's probably going to slow us down. Hey, Mooch, you were sucking pretty hard earlier. Do you mind just waiting outside with Zodiac? And Mooch is like, I guess. He's a little discouraged. He's like, but they said I'm clever, so that's all I need. And then Mooch walks up to Zodiac. He's like, Zodiac, let's go. Come on. Let's go bury a little grave for Hotbox, huh? And Zodiac's like, fine. I hate you, Zippy. I hate you, Zippy. And the two of them walk out, and Mooch is putting his arm around Zodiac and just leading him out.
Zip, I got no beef with you looting that body. Honestly, I could care less about Hotbox. But did you really have to flaunt it in front of Zodiac?
I'm sorry, it's just in the bramble patch. As soon as any of our kin die, or any relative or anything like that, we eat their bodies right away. And it's just once they've left the world, they're gone. So what's the point of leaving a perfectly good cloth on the ground?
You know what? Well, here's the thing. He's got a good point. I mean, you don't want to necessarily waste resources.
Nothing wasted.
Are any of the other Greeters Guild with us still?
Yeah. So Stretch. Mr. Frosty, Bondo, and that's it. So just the three of them are with you now. And Bondo is an apeling, and Stretch is just a tall human.
Are they ahead of us, or are they watching us?
No, they were just watching you guys. But none of them have beef with you taking the Greeters Guild thing off Hotbox. None of them really like them, so they don't really care.
Okay, I say, Greeters Guild guys, Frosty, Stretch, and Bondo, do you want us to lead the way?
Sure, yeah. Your life's not mine. Yeah, I'd love you guys being a meat shield for us. If you're volunteering, sure, take the lead.
Yeah, you guys watch our six, all right?
You got it.
Darian, you lead the way, my friend. Unless you want me to, but I think you should, because you are a ranger.
So
right.
before you, you see just a staircase, and it leads into darkness.
Oh, no.
But you all have dark vision, so it doesn't really do much. The others don't, so they light torches, and all of you start making your way down these steps. It's quite a large staircase, and it's quite an open concept, like stairwell. You see cobwebs and spiders, and it's like nobody's been in here for a while. And you see, just like on the staircase even, you see like a skeleton wearing a straw hat and just like holding a bottle on him. Actually, perception check with that.
All of us?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a, where did it go? That is a, 22.
Man, I got a 6. Nothing good.
I got a nat 1 plus 2 is a 3.
You see that, well, Darian sees that there is some glistening gold on the skeleton, so you can walk over and loot it if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Wait, Darian! Wait, last time we ran over and did something, the Hotbox gentleman, he got crushed. You sure you want to go do that? It's just sitting right there.
Well, I would think if I had such a good look around the area, I would have noticed any other dangers.
Shoot an arrow at it!
I think I'm all right, and I go over to the skeleton.
Okay, you reach down and grab the gold next to it. It had 18 gold on him, so you can add that to your inventory.
Sweet.
Also, you notice since you rolled so high that the hat it's wearing is quite interesting, and the bottle it had on this skeleton, it has the label "Spider's Bite" on it, which Zippy would remember from his prologue, where he had his first drink ever. It's a very strong alcohol, but the bottle's empty. But the hat it's wearing is this straw hat with a black band around it, and there's the symbol of pouring water, like just out of 2 goblets.
I grab the hat and walk over to Stretch. And Stretch, do you recognize anything on this?
No. He takes it. He's like, just looks like, symbol, maybe tavern symbol. I'm not sure. Why don't you try it on?
I'm all right, and I toss the hat away.
Zippy picks up the hat and puts it on.
Zippy picks up the hat and puts it on, and immediately he knows that Mooch was carrying at least like some ale in a side pocket. You can add this to your inventory. You get the hat of the drunkard. It's a straw hat that allows you to know the location of the closest alcoholic drink. Anywhere. Wherever you are, you'll know where the closest alcoholic drink is.
Oh boy, Darian, you just threw something away very interesting.
What does
I'll
it do?
never tell.
I try to take it off his head.
No, stay back.
Hey, Darian,
Roll
Darian, pass it
strength
here.
competition between the two of you.
Okay.
Both of you roll and add your strength.
Yeah.
Do I
rub
get to
it in
roll?
my
Do I
face,
get to roll Dex for that though?
No, I'm gonna say you two are like tugging on the hat.
I got a
hope you rolled well.
19.
Oh, plus one though.
No, plus 2, so 21.
21. I have a. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be a saving throw, would it? Is it just a straight dexterity
Just
check?
straight strength check.
Oh my gosh, it's a 20.
20 to 21. Okay. Your hands slip a little, Darian, and Zippy takes the hat back, and it's yours.
Finders keepers, Darian. That'll show you to try and mess with me.
If it's finders keepers, then that hat's still mine.
Never mind. Let's forget I ever said anything.
That's fine. You can't watch
Never
it forever.
mind, we don't play by the rules!
You can't watch it forever, so that's fine. So I keep walking.
So add that to your inventory, Zippy. You get a fun little magic item. So as you guys continue down, there's no more skeletons or anything. That was clearly just some random hobo. But you guys make your way down the stairs, and then immediately near the bottom, you start seeing a faint glow of green in the distance. And then as you get closer down the steps, you see there is just one sole chimp waiting there, wearing a little bow tie. His chimp hair is slicked back, and he just looks at all of you in the group and he says, Felix, you made it. Thank you. I'm here to guide you.
I think I understood what he said.
They all understood. He was speaking like English.
Yeah, but Zippy
Yeah,
Zippy only thinks that he was the only one who heard him.
Sure.
I think I understood what he said. He said to give Zippy any further clothes.
All of you know that's a lie. Everyone knows that's a lie.
You know what? That is totally interesting, Zip. You know what? On another side note, I think we should follow this guy.
All right, but I would pay attention to what he said.
Okay.
All right, let's keep moving then.
Duly noted.
Stretch taps you, Darian, on the shoulder. And Stretch leans to you and Stretch taps you on the shoulder and just leans to you and says, let's watch our backs more carefully from here on out, okay?
Yeah, do you know what? I want to do can I look around the room?
Sure.
There's
There's nothing really. It's pretty empty. All you see before you is the bottom of the stairs, and it splits in two directions: one hallway going left, one hallway going right, and just a wall on the back. But you're just at the bottom of the stairs. You don't see anything of note. There's no real symbols on the walls either. It's pretty just basic.
Where's the green coming from?
The chimp's eyes.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, it seems like they were waiting for Felix specifically, and he seems to think we're him. So let's keep going. But like Stretch said, watch our backs.
All right. So you, the monkey or the chimp is holding a clipboard. He looks down. He says, "Okay, check. Okay. Follow me." And then he just goes down the left hallway. And you guys follow?
Yeah.
And DM, yep. I go up to Stretch and I kind of whisper, hey, do you know what? Because there's a fork in the road, we could really be easily ambushed from behind. Do you think someone should stay here to warn us?
That's a pretty good idea. I think that's pretty smart thinking. Also, I don't know if this chimp is going to lead us the right way, but he might. How about you boys and Blackjack and Yogurt go with the chimp? We'll go down the other hallway, check it out. We'll meet back here in, how about 20?
Oh, give a shout if you need anything.
Yeah, you too. Sound good?
I reach for it to shake his hand.
He reaches out and shakes your hand.
I clasp him on the shoulder and I say, travel well, my friend.
You too. And you guys the chimp is already walking down the hallway to the left. You boys, along with Blackjack and Yogurt, who are there, follow down the left path with the chimp, and the greeters go down the right path. And the chimp just says, Felix, we're so happy you came today. It's going to be very fun. And then that's where we're going to take a break. Hello, everybody. It is me, Seth, the DM. I don't know why I need to introduce myself. I was literally talking 5 seconds ago. And if you don't know who I am at this point, maybe turn up the volume on your phone or something. Clearly, you're not listening to this correctly. Put in some headphones or something. Anyways, this is part of the show where we just do the mid-roll announcements, tell you what's going on, or do some shout-outs. So I'm going to get through them really quickly today because we got a lot of them, and I want you to listen to the rest of the episode. So here we go. First up, we are on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook, just search for Cheaper by the Dungeon. You can like us, whatever. Twitter, we're also on there at Cheaper Dungeon. There we go. That's Twitter. On both of those places, we are posting, updates, whatever, release dates of the next episode, all that junk. But usually I plug that stuff just because. But today, I actually legitimately want you to go to these places because we just got some art done of the characters. Yes, that is correct. Darian, Normandy, Zippy, they have been brought to life. You do not need to use your imagination any longer. They are in physical art form, and it looks incredible, you guys. It is seriously good. It's the three of them around a campfire. We love it. It was made not by us because we are not talented individuals. It was made by a really good guy, friend of the show now. His name is Hampus Vicklander, Hampus Viklander. You can find him on Instagram at Hampus Vicklander Art. Check out his stuff. Seriously, it's really good. You can see why we chose to go with this guy. Also, if you want to find him on Tumblr, he's at the Terror Frying Fred. Hopefully, that's how you say that. I'm not just saying it weird. Either way, Google him, find him, get him to draw your D&D character art because he's super good at it. He's like a professional. Anyways, go check him out. Follow his stuff. Give him some support and love, and maybe get him to do your characters. Anyways, moving on. Big news: this episode is sponsored. Yes, that is correct. Somebody was crazy enough to want to have their name read on our show. I'm not sure why, but we're gonna do it. Okay, so the sponsor for this week is a podcast. I have personally, legitimately listened to this podcast and love what they do. They are Chaotic Amateurs. It's another D&D podcast, so if you like what we do, you're going to love what they do. Let me roll their ad real quick. Take a listen.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Bentley Michaels here, host and DM for Season 2 of Chaotic Amateurs. If you're an avid podcast listener but a new D&D player and want to listen to a show with people that hadn't played before starting the podcast, start with Season 1. Or maybe you want to hear me DM Season 2 of Chaotic Amateurs after 9 months of being a player. We're on all the podcast platforms that tickle your fancy, so what are you waiting for? Grab your swords and download the adventure today.
And that was those guys. They legitimately, I've listened to their stuff. I'm still catching up. It's a lot to get through, unlike us where we only have 2 episodes, and I guess some prologues if you count those. They have 2 seasons, full stuff, lots of content. You can be binging for a few days, guaranteed. And they got the audio quality, they got the chops, and they got the humor. They are a seriously fun group of guys. Chaotic Amateurs, check them out. Find them on Twitter. Listen to their stuff. Please do it. You will thank me. All right. Next up, we have... Oh, yes. Yes. The next episode. You probably want to know when that's going to drop. Again, we are bi-weekly, so let me grab the calendar. We are going to release the next episode October 2nd. Episode 3 is going to drop. And yes. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But before we go, you know where to find us on social media. You know to listen to Chaotic Amateurs. You know to check out Hampus. And one last thing to check out is potentially our Patreon. Yes, we have one. We got lots of rewards there. But if you don't want to support us that way, liking our stuff, telling your friends, that also goes a long way to support us. But other than that, that's all I got. So enjoy the rest of the episode. And we're back. We are in the depths of a dungeon. This is it. We're putting the dungeons in Dungeons and Dragons now. Or
Didn't
the
you
dungeons
say
in
it
cheaper
was
by
a
the dungeon.
mausoleum, DM?
Whoa, Zippy, get out of my house!
Sorry, back to my adventure.
Get out of here. All right. So the Greeters Guild members have snuck off and gone down the right path, the right hallway at the bottom of the stairs. The three of you, alongside Blackjack and Yogurt, have gone down the left, following a chimp with a bow tie, slick back hair, and green eyes. And he's leading you down this hallway. And he's just silently walking at this point. Do you guys converse, or do you want to just keep following?
I don't really say much, but I'm kind of really being on the lookout for anything that might be sticking out as odd or dangerous or anything like that.
I think it's, I draw my rapier at this point as well.
Sure. So you go down this hallway for a while. It's quite wide. It's larger than a normal hallway, but it's not like this massive, cathedral-like hallway. It's just, it's just a simple hallway.
Oh, wait, Seth. Sorry to interrupt. I say, hey, by the way, just while we're walking, Darian, did you know that I was writing some music last night while you were meditating, and I think I got a bit of a theme song idea for you, when you start to get some popularity. Would you like to hear it?
Alright. I mean, we're kind of sneaking through a stairwell, but alright.
Well, because, you got green skin, and, you're obviously from a foreign place. Like you were telling us before, I thought I'd give you a bit of a weird time signature to it, so it's gonna go something, it's not done yet, okay. It's gonna go... Dun 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 dun. If you count, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not done yet, but I want to give him a bardic inspiration.
Oh boy. Working on a theme song. Sure, yeah, you got it.
Darian, what do you think? I mean, I think it's bare bones, but I think it could turn out really good.
Yeah, I could see that being difficult to kind of execute on an accordion, but I'm sure you've got the skill for it.
Well, you know what? It's definitely not a solo piece. You're right, but it's a work in progress. And Zippy, don't worry, I got one for you coming up soon. I promise.
Oh, goody! I can't wait.
You get a bardic inspiration, Darian.
Right.
So basically, what you get is on your turn. You gain an inspiration die. Well, you have it now. So you have a D6, okay? You're going to roll the D6, and you can add that number to any one ability check, attack roll, saving throw, anything. So basically, if you roll a 10 and you just need a little bit of a boost, you can roll a D6 and add whatever that is to your roll.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right. You can add that to your sheet. 1 bardic inspiration. You guys, after doing a little theme song, you guys keep going down this hallway, and then there is a sudden turn to the right. As you turn right, there is some doors, and Chimpus says, "Here's the first test. Felix, get ready." And then the chimp opens these doors, and inside this open room with these pillars, you see a large seesaw. On the seesaw, you see there is a key hanging from a string from the ceiling above on one end. But that end is currently down. The seesaw seat that the key is hovering over is down, and the other one is up, and there's nothing on it. And the chimp says, "Felix, you must remember how you and Master used to ride these as children, right? Now you must figure out this puzzle to test your mental fortitude."
You and Master. So clearly Felix knows whoever's doing this somehow.
Is Felix even here? I'm pretty sure he's just
as you say that, the chimp's ears shoot up and says, "Felix is not here?
No, Felix.
Who are you?
Never mind.
Felix is here.
Felix is most definitely here. He went to the bathroom.
I clear my throat. And say, "Sorry, I'm back. I'm right here."
Oh, Felix. Felix. Okay. Scared for a second.
That worked?
You can go and yeah, it worked. You can go and solve puzzle now. Master and you, Felix, used to play on these.
Is Felix allowed to solve these puzzles with his little friends?
Felix, yes, solve.
Zippy,
Right.
can you reach that key with your amazing legs?
I think I would be able to. It would probably be best if we did the puzzle how he wanted.
It's about 50 feet up. It's quite a large room, and the key's hanging 50 feet off the ground, so I don't think you'd be able to jump that high.
It seems that the seesaw in the middle is meant to raise the person up to get the key. I'll be the one on the end that's down, and then maybe Darian and you, Norman, you'll pull the other end. So I'll go up, and if it's not quite in reach, I'll make sure to jump.
That's a good idea.
All right. Yeah, let's take a quick look around the room first and make sure there's nothing else we're missing.
You see, just around the room, basically it's just an open room. There's this very large seesaw that you can see with the 2 seats and the key up in the air. And there's a door on the other end of the room, which you can see a lock for the key. But there is no other added weights
there's no
or
hazards
anything.
or anything around or anything?
No hazards, just a seesaw and the key, and there's no other things. There are 4 pillars in the room, like going all the way up to the ceiling, though.
The Zippy hops over to the seesaw and just uses his keen senses to kind of investigate the seesaw just to make sure it's okay for this type of force.
To see if the seesaw is on the level.
There you go.
Sorry, guys.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
so you can roll perception with the added proficiency for your just general
Yeah, sure.
looking about it.
19.
Or did you say you want to investigate specifically the center of it, like the?
The entirety of the seesaw is. Will I not get a
Sure,
good-
perception will work.
Okay.
What'd you get?
19.
So as you look, you can just see that on the one end, the seat that is currently on the ground, the seat looks to be made of a different material. It's more just like black, while the other one is gray. That's about all you can tell. Otherwise, it's just a large seesaw.
It seems that there's no issues with this seesaw, friends, but this one is an odd color. Do you think we should just keep going? It could just be like a preferred side that Felix is supposed to sit on. I don't know. He did say we have to do it exactly like they used to do it.
Well, you know what? Zip, it makes it. You're by far the lightest one here. I say, me, Darian, Yogurt, and Blackjack. We all stand here, and you go up there and see if you can reach it. I mean,
I understand that makes sense, but you see, I used to solve puzzles back in the Bramble Patch, so this is quite up my alley. If this happened to Felix a while ago, that means Felix must have been pretty small. And if it was his master, it only makes sense that the small one would have been on this end just like me, and the master would be on the end pulling it down to get the key. And so if you're Felix then, Norman, then you have to be on this end. Does that make sense?
do you know what? I'll tell you what. You tell me where to go, and I'll do it.
All right. Norman, go to the end that's down, and then I know I'm a little small, but I'll try to use my legs to help. Me and Darian and everyone else will try to pull you up for you to grab the key.
Okay. And I get on, and I go on to the... Well, I'm on the end that's down.
You're on the black seat underneath the key. So all of you want to... What's the plan? What's your puzzle-solving plan?
All right, so, I mean, instead of Zippy going on the end, which makes the most sense, because Zippy's probably the latest to get the key, we're going to put the designated Norman, who the monkey sees as
really
Felix, on the side that Felix would have been on as younger, and we're going to play the role of the master and pull him up.
Sure.
Like, by pushing the seesaw down on our
Wait
end.
a minute. You know what? I'm just thinking. Sorry, maybe the chimp is supposed to be here with us, because only Felix was supposed to get inside.
Could you expand a bit more? I'm not
supposed to know that. No, never mind. I'm sorry.
Wait, what did you say?
Normandy doesn't know that the ape said only Felix can get through. I know that because I heard the Seth say it.
Oh, at the door.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, that was
I
way
won't
back.
say
That was way back.
Sure.
Also, maybe I should clarify. He said, yeah, Master and Felix used to play on these in like they used to, and yeah, that was about all he said.
Okay.
Is that what you thought I said? Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're going off of right now.
Okay, I get on Seth. I get on the lower end.
The black seat. All right, the black seat. You're sitting on it. The gray seat is still way up in the air on the other side. What do the rest of you do?
Zippy goes onto the center of the beam and then crawls up to the end that's higher. It obviously doesn't. I assume Zippy's not heavy enough to put Norman down. So
you don't see any weight shift.
I don't see any weight shift.
No, not when you're on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I mean, Zippy just starts jumping on it, but I assume everyone will have to help pull out because Norman's quite large.
Darian, I'm gonna need a little bit of a boost to get up there. I ain't a young little kitten like I used to be.
Yeah, he's not a kitten anymore. Okay, you jump up, and you go to the white end, and it raises slightly, but so you're about 3 feet off the ground. You could probably still touch the ground with your feet, Normandy, but
this is weird.
Norman,
Okay.
what did you eat this morning?
Do you know
Oh my
what? You
goodness!
don't need to make an issue about my weight, okay? I'm very insecure about it.
All right then, Blackjack Yogurt, we're gonna need your help.
Carry me, Darian. Lift me to the sky.
so you help Blackjack get on.
Yeah, I help him up.
All right. So you do that. Blackjack gets on. He's a little wobbly, but he makes it to the seat, and it goes up a bit higher. Blackjack's heavier than you, Darian, but you're still about 5 feet off the ground. You got 45 feet left to go until you could reach that key.
You know, I really think this is a weight thing, and that if we switch Norman D and Zippy, that it will
Darian,
really...
be a team player. Just get over there.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah, let's do it, Darian. The two of you get on. Yogurt and Darian, you get on the seat with Zippy and Blackjack, and the seesaw teeters up a bit more, and it's about 20 feet. So it's still a little bit of an angle, but it's almost at the halfway part. 5 more feet.
What the seat has to be at
Seth, is the key?
the point right now.
Yeah. Is the key within 30 feet of me?
It's within 30 feet of you, yes.
I go, hold on. I use Mage Hand and grab it.
All right. You use Mage Hand. It comes up, flies up, and just grabs the key and snips off the little string it's holding on, and the key comes down.
Hey, Zippy, good idea, Darian. See?
Where'd that chimp go? Look, Felix got the key, just like he used to.
Here, chimp, I got it right here, see?
The chimp sees it and says, "Ooh, good job, Felix." And he looks at his clipboard and says, "Ooh, okay, seesaw needs double weight on the white side. Yeah, they solved the puzzle. Okay." And he checks it. He had the answer on his clipboard.
That
you could have
pretty
just
easy.
checked. Yeah, it was. And then you guys have solved the seesaw puzzle. And you have the key to the door.
Okay, but you guys got my back, right? Okay, let's go. And
I think since I solved the puzzle, I get to open the door.
Sure. I mean, it might be dangerous.
Pass me the key.
I give it to him.
Zippy hops over to the door and puts the key in and turns the key.
All right, you turn the key. You hear a ka-chunk, and the door just creaks open. The chimp sneaks past you guys and comes in front and looks at you and says, "Felix, Master, and you have lived a full life together. You have grown up together since children and have experienced many, many things and hardships. Now we are coming to the trial of combat. Just like you two used to spar all the time. Let us go." And he starts walking down the hallway. It's a similar hallway as you saw before, but you see a light at the other end.
A green light?
No, just regular daylight.
And yeah, I think we all start walking towards it. I mean, I do at least. Sorry.
I follow as well.
All right.
Forward as well.
As you guys are walking, all of you have a good enough passive perception to start hearing chants. You hear and just like the grunting of apes and chimps over and over, and you see the light getting clearer and clearer, and you see out in this clearing a giant dead tree ant. Like it's just, like the ants from Lord of the Rings.
Oh wow.
It's like one of those, and it's lying down, and it's like a coliseum here, and there's apes and chimps all in like the stands, and the daylight is coming through because there's like cracks in this tree. You can see some roots hanging from the ceiling, but there's still like cracks of sunlight coming through from places where it's been kind of damaged. But you see this dead tree ant in the middle, and you see all the chimps all around you just cheering and just going, "Felix, Felix, Felix, Felix."
Yeah, Felix!
Taking Zippy's cue, I raise my hands exultantly And I go, it's a pleasure to be here, everybody. How's it going?
Woohoo!
Oh, no.
And you see the chimp with the slick back hair and the bow tie motions to everybody with the clipboard, waving it in the air, and it's just like, calm down, calm down. Trial of strength now. Are you, Felix, ready for your trial?
I mean, yes, but only with my comrades. It's all three of us or none at all. Or it's all five of us or none at all.
All Felix today. And the chimp runs up and stands on top the dead treant's body, and just cheers and says, let it begin. And then everybody just goes wild, and there's chimps screaming and everything. And that is where we're going to stop today's episode.
No! No!
We're certainly not in the Bramble Patch anymore.